After giving birth, oftentimes moms lose their identity because they become stay at home mom. By stay at home mom, I mean you are the most person who takes care of the kids. And then your partner gets to be the one who's dealing with the finances part of the family. With that comes some of the challenges of your identity, because if you used to be independent, you used to be your own person, you used to be used to making your own money and all that, that changes to you only being focused on the kids only, and then your partner bringing in the money. And then if you are a family where your partner gets to make the decision without you involved, or there isn't that open clear communication of finances between you and your partner, it becomes a problem, because then it almost feels like you are constantly taking and not giving back, because he brings in the money, you take the money, you spend. So you tend to be overly conscious, you're overly counting every cent you spend, every dollar you spend, because you didn't work for it. So somehow it feel like you are not earning, like you are not deserving to spend this money. I know I've been there, done that, but it took a whole lot of courage for me to talk to my partner about this. He is someone who's always been open to me having freedom financial wise. He doesn't have a problem with that. It's just that I was in my head most of the time, because I know I didn't work. He was the one working. So I was too conscious about spending, too conscious about everything that involved money, even though I didn't bring in the money. At some point I was like, oh my goodness, I need to get something, I need to start bringing in some money. And it's like, babe, between you and I, you are doing the most work, because you are raising our daughter. That's the biggest job anyone could ever ask for. And for that, you shouldn't worry about anything else. And I'm grateful that I have such a partner who understood where I was coming from. And then we agreed as a family that, you know what? It will be healthy for us to have a certain amount that we spend on monthly, right? I spend this amount, he spent that amount monthly, so that we know where we are. Like, it makes it easy for me to get out of my way and spend without worrying, like, oh my goodness, he's gonna check the receipts, of which he never did. There was just me in my head. Oh, what if I spend too much today on going out? Oh, I had coffee on Tuesday, so maybe I shouldn't go for coffee with my friend on Thursday. That would be a lot. Like, you're constantly in your head, because you're not bringing in the money, somebody else is. So you're thinking you're probably doing it too much. But if there's a certain budget on the side for each of you, it makes it easier. Open communication goes a long way. And then eventually, as a person, if you still want to make money, you can go ahead and start something. Back in the day, moms would be at home looking after the kids, but these moms will be knitting, or they'll be baking cupcakes, they'll be baking fat cakes and then selling. Yeah, this was a mom's way of making money. So even though they were home looking after the kids, they still had something on the side hustles. Yeah, it's been something that's been with moms for generation. You won't be the first one, honey, to be a stay-at-home mom who's hustling on the side. It's been there for generation. If they had goats or whatever, this mom will be there milking the milk, and then go sell the milk out, or Madila, or people will come in to buy milk. That was his work while the husband was working elsewhere. Or she'll go at the farm, cut some things and then sell. Like, there was always something the moms were doing on the side. They were not necessarily always looking after the kids. So if you feel that need, don't be too harsh on yourself and think, oh my goodness, maybe I'm just too much. No, there's nothing wrong with you, honey. You can talk to your partner, and then you can guys find out what you can do and balance the kids. If you can manage, if the kids are at an age where you feel like you can do something, then it's fine. You don't have to stay at home full time. Or even if you stay at home, you don't have to stay at home and not do anything financially, because in today's day and age, honey, internet has everything that you need. Okay, you can be here at home and working and bringing in that money, honey, and doing all the funny things, even though your husband is at work and you are home with the kids. Life is that advanced. There is so much you can do. So what am I saying? If you feel guilty about it, talk to your partner. And then if you are willing to start something, start small and start building from there, right? You have your mom group, start with them. Let them know, guys, I'm interested in doing this. What do you guys think? Do you think you guys will be interested to finding out if this is worth it? Or do you know someone who can, like, there's so many things that you can think of, and then talk to your community, see what they, if they would like or they would support you. Word of mouth make easy advertisement. So talk to your people. Don't be afraid to tell people what you do. Do things that you enjoy, even if it's not financial wise. If you feel like your identity will be better because you're disconnected from your hobbies, as most of us have, you can go back to that. Trust me, this is the only hobby that I'm doing right now, like mostly. But you can go back and do into your hobby, and so that you can connect with yourself and then continue to boost your identity. Because when you're only just a mom, you tend to, eventually you're going to end up resenting your family, resenting your kids. Probably, I don't think so, but some people do. You get bitter, you're like, oh, ever since I became a mom, I don't know what I am now, I'm only a mom. This is why people just say they call themselves just a mom, because they're only focused on taking care of the kids, of which is a lot of work. But that shouldn't mean you shouldn't give up your hobbies, you shouldn't give up your interests. You are still an individual. You were an individual before you became somebody else's parent. So nurture that part of you and talk to your partner about your finances, because finances is one of the biggest stuff thing that families tend to fight about. So when you are upfront with your partner, let them know your expectations, get to know their expectations, and then you guys meet each other halfway so that you can compromise and see how you can work things out. Okay, open communication, remember, open communication. Otherwise, that's all I had for you in this episode. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to share this with someone who might find this useful. Otherwise, bye guys.